Next question we have here is coming from Slingin' Silver, and the question is, just out of curiosity, how much long-term food storage do you have? I know you don't just stack metals, right? I'm not up to date on your channel, but I get the feeling you are a prepper in more ways than one. Good question, thanks for asking, and yeah, you're absolutely right on that. I've actually been prepping since before I was stacking. I was actually prepping before I even knew that prepping was really a thing. I didn't know there was an online prepping community. I had no idea that people made videos about these different concepts and tactics and ways you can better prepare yourself. For me, I was just simply bracing myself for another hurricane. I got caught in a pretty rough situation during Hurricane Sandy, like 10 years ago or however long it was. So I was just kind of really getting ready for another hurricane. I was getting, a backup source of everything and food supply, making sure I had cash on hand and stuff like that. I was bare minimum general prepping. That's really what I was doing for the longest time. Then around 2016, 2017, I started to understand a little bit more about the prepping community, and I know that there are some pretty extreme ways of thinking out there. I don't align with those ways of thinking. I'm just more of a common sense form of prepping type of person. And when it comes to my long-term food storage, since that's what the question is about, how much do I have? The short answer is not as much as I should have. My goal is to work my way up to having a 6-month food supply. And I don't really know offhand exactly how much I have right now, but I always recommend when people go to the grocery store, pick up a little bit extra. Whatever it is that you're picking up, buy a little extra of the long-term stuff, the stuff that has a long shelf life. And even the Department of Homeland Security recommends having a 6-month supply of food and water. They had this on their website for a while in the event of an attack on the power grid. It was on the DHS website. And I think you can slowly but surely work your way up to that. In fact, you can even go online and purchase yourself like a 30-day supply of like freeze-dried goods. You could do that right now if you want to. It is a little bit pricey, but if you save up and buy one of the containers, boom, right there. 1 month supply. And you can add that to how else you're food prepping. But I would recommend every time you go to the store, anything that you buy that has a long shelf life, like any canned goods or boxed pastas or even cases of water, whatever the case may be, whatever you're picking up, that's good to go for like a year or two or even longer, I would pick up a little extra every week. It's not going to cost you a whole lot to pick up one extra can of, canned fruit or beans or soup or whatever. It's not going to cost you very much buying 1 or 2 extra cans. And then just toss them in the food prepping pantry and rotate them. All the new stuff, put them in the back. Everything else, pull it forward. And just keep doing that every single week. If you do this every single week for an entire year, you're going to have 52 extra cans just sitting there just in case. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And I would work your way up to probably a 3 to 6 month supply. I would say 3 is probably good. If you want to be extra prepared, consider going for 6. And if you want to be even more prepared than that, you're more than welcome to go beyond that. That's my recommendation. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you.